In a world full of noise and endless distractions, where the city never sleeps and voices compete to be heard, one podcast dares to cut through the chaos. Welcome to the Oracle 19 podcast, where truth meets thought and bold ideas spark conversations that shape our urban world.
Welcome to a brand new podcast. As usual, this is Oracle 19. And my name is Mr. Greatness. Today's topic we want to talk about is this the beginning of World War III? Is this the beginning of World War III? Personally, I think World War III started in the 90s with the USA and Iraq. But we'll talk about it later in the show. So we got to take care of the business aspect of things. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is evolutionoflondon.com, where we have a whole wide range of products. That's men's, kids, ladies' clothes, cologne, perfume, house products, and much more. So that's evolutionoflondon.com. Also, evolutionoflondon.org, O-R-G, for custom clothes, accessories, digital products such as ebooks for personal as well as business use. And finally, evolutionoflondon.store, S-T-O-R-E, for custom sneakers, more clothes, DVDs, games, etc. evolutionoflondon.store. We have different links to other affiliates, www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. And we have a Patreon channel, which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube, digital products, and consulting services as well. So www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. You could put your business on this platform if you have a business. Email us, the Oracle19 at the Oracle19radio.com or evolutionoflondon at gmail.com. And that's the same email if you want to make a free will offering to our PayPal account, evolutionoflondon.com. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles are from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, eucalyptus, rose, just to name a few. So if you want to place an order for these luxury candles, over 35 plus burning hours, email the company at royalty9international at gmail.com. You'll find them on Instagram and TikTok as well. Royalty 9 International. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. So if you want to book a consultation, you can email him at healthfitnessconsultant1 at gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1 at gmail.com. DJ Panthro, he is an international DJ, and if you want to book for him to come to your venue, email him, djpanthro519 at gmail.com. That's DJ Panthro, Panthro, 519 at gmail.com. You'll find him also on YouTube, DJ Panther 519. There you'll find his link to his clothing line, clothing and accessories, all on his YouTube page. Again, DJ Panther 519. He does video editing as well, so email him and he could set that up for you. You will also find him on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok, the real DJ Panther, the real DJ Panther on TikTok. Again, DJ Panther. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. He have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And continue to train on YouTube is the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. Definitely a lot of informative, a lot of great information on the Greatness 19 channel, as well as Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. So like, subscribe, and share to Mr. Evolution of London, health and wellness. Kenzo Gang, KINZOGANG, Kenzo Gang. If you're looking for nice Afro beats, Kenzo Gang on YouTube. For his album, check his album out, Discovery, as well as his single, Adora, on all major platforms. That's Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, of course, YouTube, just to name a few. So if you want to book for him to come to your venue, morekinzo@gmail.com. That's more, MOORKINZ. Sorry, MOOR. More Kenzo, I should know this, KEENZO@gmail.com. Again, more Kenzo@gmail.com. Again, Kenzo Gang. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify for creators, Amazon Music, just to name a few. So any information I haven't mentioned will be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Both of those on YouTube, of course. Rumble.com. Just type in the Oracle 19. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com, and like, subscribe, and share to our internet radio website. All right, well, let's continue to the topic I was alluding to earlier. Is this the beginning? Is this the beginning of World War III? You know, the current global landscape now is heightened, lots of tension, multiple conflicts. And this is leading to a major concern that is going to be a full-out war all over the world, just multiple countries, which is already at odds already. Now, as you know, the Iran and Israel conflict now has escalated. Airstrikes back and forth. And, you know, United States intervened, fired missiles against against Iran. And then Iran sent missiles to the U.S. base in Qatar. So it's definitely intensifying. And then we can't forget Russia and Ukraine war that's been going on since 2022. And you have Russia versus really the Western nations. Russia versus Ukraine, aka United States, and then the NATO allies. So there's tension there. And China is in the background of backing up Russia to a certain degree. Whether it's with money or military, but you know, they are allies. And then you have India and Palestine. Tension there. And so that's raising concerns of the stability in South Asia area. And then you have the Red Sea crisis. I think Houthi or Houthi forces in Yemen targeting shipping routes in the Red Sea, which is hindering international, like global trade. This is disrupting global trade in the Red Sea area. So that's another crisis. We can't forget also China and Taiwan. China feel that Taiwan is theirs, which was at a certain point. And United States is in the background helping out Taiwan. You know, United States is spreading themselves real thin. And I think there's a beef with China and Hong Kong as well. What else? I mean, and then there's little wars or little beefs, tribal beefs throughout the world. It's getting crazy. And with China and Taiwan, you have United States, as I said earlier, Japan and Austria and other Western allies is, you know, siding against Taiwan. If you see China invade Taiwan, you likely will see a lot of global chain disruptions, massive market crashes. It's just going to be terrible. It's already happening now with all of the wars. If China and Taiwan, if that escalation rises, it will be a shortage with electronics and auto parts and tech products. You know, your phones, your computers, your vehicles will become more scarce. You know, be prepared for market crashes. And that's not only with Taiwan and China, but all of these little wars that is going on. The little wars really not really little, but it's growing. Because it's going to be a lot of sanctions against the West, which is United States, Canada. Because everything moves with China. Everything is sold. Every product you have, 99.9% is China made. So this is why we feeling it. This is why we feeling it. And then we can't forget North Korea, South Korea. We can't forget that. That's still going on. And the United States is trying to stretch themselves out there, and once again helping out South Korea. I mean, North Korea already resuming long-range missile testing, and the missiles is capable of reaching Japan, even the west coast of USA. And you have these militaries have nuclear access, like Iran and North Korea. People's not building or trying to build or have nuclear weapons for it to sit and get rusty. They're not letting it sit to get rusty. It's only a matter of time that somebody is going to fire the first shot. But people know when they fire the first shot, the world as we know it will be different, because, and I hope it's not, believe me, because radiation will spread and all over the world, regardless of where you're at. It's going to affect everybody, indirectly or directly. And it can be a full-scale war if North Korea and South Korea go at it. North Korea being dragged in, with China dragging in, backing up North Korea, and the U.S. and NATO allies like Canada will be dragged into South Korea. It's it's goddamn bad out here in these streets. And that this is real. I don't know what you see. I've for me, the only thing I could do is put my faith with the Most High. I'm speaking myself. I don't know about you heathens. I know y'all don't really believe in Supreme Being. A lot of you, like, but that's y'all. Y'all do you. But personally, put my faith with the Most High, because it's too bad out here. And then not only that, Mother Nature, with all of the earthquakes all over the world, in the city near you is earthquakes, tornadoes, floods. Inflation is high. I know I was talking to an individual, and he was telling me how much he spent on groceries at a store for a family of 3. $500 a week. I'm like, what are you doing? What, 500? Yeah, because they have family on different, just different ages. I put it like that. I'm not going to get into all the business he told me, but with just medication, like paper towel toiletry in general, and then food, hardcore food, and cleaning supplies. We look all together, grand total 500. Like, how you survive? Said, you don't know, man. By the grace of the Most High. $500 a week. not including gas for his car, not including his electricity and gas, water bill, not including his I'm not sure if it's rent or mortgage, and then miscellaneous money. That brother have to always have a lot of paper. And it ties into the war that we in. Inflation is higher. I remember just many moons ago, just to replace 4 tires, maybe about $200. Lady told me try 3,000. 3,000. Changing from summer tires to winter tires. And that was in the top-notch tires. $3,000 for her van. All of it because it's stemming because of wars and rumors of wars. That's why us citizens have to prepare for this continual global conflict. You gotta stay informed, watch the global news. You have to know your government's emergency alerts and official announcements. Just keep in mind, knowing where to go. Maybe a schools. It's usually schools is places where they have fallouts, nuclear fallouts. There's nuclear missile hits your area. Usually police stations, schools, courthouses, any government facilities, because it's built strong out of concrete, the foundation. Even though most likely a nuclear missile hit, it's not really going to help you per se, because you're not, I say, deep underground. If the buildings you're in, let's say, the school, and where it's a nuclear fallout location or shelter, the impact of the nuclear weapon might keep the school, it might not blow away the school per se, but the radiation will still hit you. Your body will be burning inside out. You have sores all over your body if you make it, full of radiation. You're going to wish you passed on if you're still alive. Everything around you is going to be toast. But one thing you don't have to worry about, you wouldn't have to worry about paying your bill to the landlord, because there ain't no landlord. Nobody's around. He's gone. You don't have to worry about paying electricity, because that Con Edison, if you're in New York, there's no more Con Edison. And I'm safe to say you don't have to worry about going to work, because there's no job literally for you. No buses, no trains. Oh yeah, you want water? Radiation water for you. And you have to walk. If you're able to walk. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? That's for my old heads. Who are you going to call? You going to make a call on your cell phone? Your cell phone is down. There'll be a lot of people walking dead It truly will be apocalypse. All your horror movies that you've seen on TV will now be a reality. Nothing out here in these streets. Maybe a few heads walking, trying to figure out what to do. If you're one of those survivors. This is the reality. That's why faith on the Most High is definitely, for me, I don't know about you, for me, God give all thanks to the Most High, and hopefully He will protect you and your loved ones if this happens. And maybe you could be blessed to be in an area where you won't be affected. Financial preparedness is definitely part of the MO. Right now, you minimize debt much as you can. Keep extra cash, small bills. Because during the major crisis, even before this nuclear weapon might hit your area, but it's just now, you got to think of the now. Major crises, ATM machines. You know, this is a proven fact when you have that in certain areas, electricity is down, blackouts, even recent in certain areas. ATM machines, electronic systems, banks go down, and if you only have money on your card, it's going to be no use. You can't cash it. You can't go to the bank because the bank is down. I had a buddy, he was just saying recently, he had to withdraw $10,000. He had money, he got that paper in his account. He had to withdraw $10,000 at the bank. You know, they red flag you when you have, when you withdrawing 10,000. So, and in the same token, he told me the bank didn't have 10,000. The bank didn't have $10,000 available for him anyway. He had to borrow. He had not borrow because this is money. He had to withdraw 5,000 on a, the day one, and then come back day two for the other 5,000. That's insane. A bank don't have enough money on debt. That is interesting. So you have to have cash at home just in case you have to make quick moves from one state to the next or one country to the next. Who knows? But you have to have that paper. Diversify your savings. Invest small amounts of precious metals such as gold and silver. Gold is sky high. We know you can only get little nuggets for like 2,000. Pure gold, I'm saying. Silver is like $50 an ounce. So you could stock up on at least maybe $500, $1,000 worth of silver, just in case you got to make some quick moves. Try to have 3 or 6 months of emergency funds. Try. I know it's hard. Let's say your rent is $2,000. You got to really build for it. 6 months, so 6 times 2,000, 12,000. I know that's a lot to ask because, hey, money comes, money goes. That's why you got to save your pennies now. Start getting a piggy bank jar or something, and just store coins, quarters, nickels, dimes, because they add up. You'd be surprised how it adds up to a couple $100 of change, and then you might have to dump that on the floor and utilize your change to go to the store and get food with it. Try, but you got to really try harder, because you have to prepare for a financial preparedness. You have no idea what can happen out here in these streets. When it happens, it's just what happens suddenly. And you can see what's going on, even with the prices of inflation and stuff. You have to really minimize your spending. Multiple incomes is definitely on the table. You gotta have multiple incomes, and that will help you survive. Food and water preparation. Excuse me. You should, have at least 2 to 4 weeks of, perishables, rice and canned goods, beans. Should obviously have more than that, but because COVID should have told you everything you needed to know. People had to stand online for food rations. You couldn't get, let's say, 1 pack of paper towel or 1 pack of toilet tissue per customer. There was no rubbing alcohol in sight. There's back orders on rubbing alcohol. And if a store did, you're only allowed to take like 1 or 2, depending on the store. It's crazy. Buy water purification systems. Like you can get water tablets from the Army Navy store. You can order it through Amazon. Water tablets. Very important stuff. This is a possibility, not possibility. This is a time that you should be networking with family, friends, or foe. If your phone goes down, internet goes down. You have to keep it old school. I know most of y'all have your contacts stored on your phone, but if your phone goes batty and everything is erased, do you have written contacts, like on a notebook pad? Consider buying battery-powered emergency radio. They call it also shortwave radio. I know if you have old phones, some of you old heads of, let's say, 2000, it's built in with a shortwave radio. If you can find your old school phone. But if you can order shortwave radio, definitely first aid and medical supplies. You need to have that. Even candles. And lots of it. I know I've been personally involved in quite a few blackouts. Power is down. I know firsthand. You gotta have basic first aid kits like Band-Aids and rubbing alcohol, etc. in your home. And then if you do, just check and see if it's the expiration date on certain perishables, food perishables. But usually the food perishables can go for like 30 years. You get from the Army Navy stores. And consider having like CPR training, first aid. All of this is over time, especially if you got time, which is the time is now. Baby steps. Go to the dollar store and start stacking up, on alcohol, like rubbing alcohol, like 5 bottles, and just store it. And same thing with bottled water. You can get the big jugs. If you're a family, you find out how many family members you have in the house, and 2 big bottles, 3 big bottles per person, and just store it on the side. And you do this in baby steps, weekly, every bi-week. Buy little things, little canned goods here and there, and just store it. You don't have to go crazy, because just start storing. And when you look back a year from now, you'll find out you have a lot of supplies. Even getting a boat, a rubber boat. Now that's about $600 to $1,000, but over time, because if your area is flooded, you never know. Rope. You get those good quality ropes from the Army Navy stores online, because you never know. Flooding. You gotta think like this. Personal safety is very important. You're gonna have, when food is shut down, you're gonna have the Walking Dead out here. They're gonna be robbing anyone because they're desperate for food. They hungry like you. Self-preservation. People, if they see you got it, they're gonna try to get it. So self-defense is mandatory. Knowing certain things, having certain things in the house, licensed firearms depending on your local laws, pepper spray depending on your local laws, batons. Well, you might say, Mr. Greatness, in my area, you're not allowed to have none of those. Sticks and stones will break people's bones. So you might have to improvise with sticks and stones that could break people's bones. Forget the words, because they won't hurt people. But sticks and stones will. So you got to think about what sticks and stones is applicable in your life. I leave as that. These are the essentials. You got to think of the future. Make sure your documents is in order. Your freedom papers, such as your passports, birth certificates, property deeds if you own one, medical records. You might have to take that and relocate. You need digital and physical copies, but preferably physical copies. Keep it old school. Networking is the key. Building relationships with neighbors or certain people that can help you or be willing to. These things are important. We are, as far as I'm concerned, we already in World War III. Being mentally strong and emotionally strong is important. Staying grounded. Because it's easy to get panicky, and you gotta just stay grounded, stay focused. That's why I have faith in the Most High, and I'm trying to build that more. Me personally. You might have to be prepared to stay off the grid. Solar generators. See, some of these things I need myself. Generators. Growing small amounts of food. Depends on your area, of course. Learning to survive, like knowing how to start fires. Have portable stoves. Especially if you live like away from the city limits. You have to think like this. What ifs? How you preparing? It is your responsibility. Because you just don't know. You just can't be stuck on stupid. You really can't. There's too much things going on in this day and time. It really is. Flashlights, candles, medications such as Tylenol or Advil or any cold and flu medication, anti-diarrhea tablets. Salt is very good for if you're upset stomach because it has iodine in it. Having sanitizers, hand sanitizers, disposable gloves. These are little things that I'm throwing at you because this is essential. With what's going on today, is even right now is affecting all of us, indirectly or directly. You have to know this. If it gets bad with the world, your country might shut down and limit you from even traveling outside of the country because you never know. Countries do. COVID should have told you everything. Countries shut it down where you couldn't even travel outside of the country. So what that telling you? You never know. Having the basic things such as a regular bicycle or e-bike. These little things you have to know and prepare. Very important. So what you going to do from this point on? How are you preparing? What you implementing to put in place? Find little things every week. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to get overwhelmed. Do you have $5 available? Take the $5 and buy canned goods. 2 canned goods. I know that pretty much will be your limited money, your extra money. Take $5. Stock up every week on 2 canned goods. Don't touch it, just stock it. And you'll find at the end of the year, you'll end up having like maybe 20 to 50 cans, who knows? And that's a good supply. If you have 50, well, personally, let me take that back. That's not, because if you're going through 1 can a day for your survival, and it's 365 days in a year, you're going to run short if you only have 50 cans. So, but if you end up stocking up and you have like 365 cans or 300 cans, you can survive. You can survive for at least a year. Like eating a can a day. And then you have pasta. Dried pasta. You have oatmeal, cream of wheat, rice. You potentially could survive a year if you had to. And canned goods can last a long time. It can last years. And you rotate it. As you're using it, you rotate it and you get more. And then water. Water for washing up, water for drinking. So you have to get a lot of water depending on your family. But this is essential. These is little things in terms of surviving. but you must. You have to. It's not a maybe, could be. The time is now. So how you survive? Like, subscribe, and share to the Oracle 19 podcast every Monday and Thursdays, pre-recorded. The Oracle 19 Week in News every Sunday morning, pre-recorded. Subscribe to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. That's the Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel on YouTube as well. And check in the description box for the links that we have to products and services, as I mentioned in the very beginning of the show. So stay strong, stay true, stay focused. Is this the beginning of World War III? Take care.